In the silent expanse above Earth, a new frontier of defense has emerged, one that is as vast as it is vital to our way of life. This is the domain of the United States Space Command, or SPACECOM, the nerve center for America's military operations beyond our atmosphere. Unlike the Space Force, which is responsible for training and equipping space professionals, SPACECOM brings together all branches of the military to plan, coordinate, and execute missions in space. Its mission is clear: to protect America's interests in orbit. This means safeguarding the satellites that power our communications, navigation, and national security. SPACECOM also provides early missile warnings, tracks thousands of pieces of space debris, and ensures that our critical space infrastructure remains safe from harm. In this contested and ever-evolving domain, SPACECOM stands as America's guardian in the stars, working tirelessly to ensure our nation's security and freedom of action above the Earth. The 2019 re-establishment of SPACECOM sent a powerful message. Space is no longer just a place for exploration, but a potential battleground. Rivals like China and Russia are rapidly developing technologies that could threaten our satellites and disrupt our way of life. The command must deter aggression, defend our satellites from attack, and maintain constant vigilance to protect our interests. If conflict ever extends into space, SPACECOM must be ready to respond decisively, ensuring America's dominance and safety in this new warfighting domain. The decision of where SPACECOM's permanent headquarters will be located is a matter of national significance, with far-reaching consequences for military readiness, local economies, and the lives of thousands of service members and their families. This choice isn't just about real estate or politics. It's about ensuring the command operates at peak potential, with access to the best resources and talent. The outcome will shape America's future in space for decades to come, determining how we defend our interests and lead the world in this ultimate high ground. The search for SPACECOM's permanent headquarters quickly became a high-stakes contest between two American cities, Colorado Springs, Colorado, and Huntsville, Alabama. Both cities brought unique strengths and passionate supporters to the table, turning what might have been a routine decision into a national debate. Initially, SPACECOM was temporarily based at Peterson Space Force Base in Colorado Springs, a city long recognized as a hub of military space operations. The base had hosted key space missions for decades, and many believed it was the natural choice for the command's future. But in 2021, the Air Force recommended Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama, as the new home for SPACECOM. They cited lower costs, robust infrastructure, and Huntsville's growing reputation as a center for aerospace and defense innovation. This recommendation sparked a heated debate. Colorado Springs had deep roots in space defense, with generations of military personnel and veterans calling it home. Many locals felt the city's legacy and expertise were being overlooked. In 2022, a Government Accountability Office report questioned the transparency and fairness of the selection process, raising concerns about political influence and fueling even more controversy across the nation. After months of review, the Biden administration ultimately decided to keep SPACECOM in Colorado Springs. Officials cited military readiness, the risk of operational disruption, and the need for stability during a time of global uncertainty. Supporters of the decision argued that moving the headquarters would delay full operational capability, especially as threats from China and Russia continued to rise. They believed that maintaining momentum was more important than saving money. In the end, the decision was seen as prioritizing stability and speed over cost savings. For many, the ability to respond quickly to emerging threats outweighed financial considerations. But the debate was far from over. Political and military arguments continued to clash, with lawmakers and officials from both states refusing to back down. The fate of SPACECOM's headquarters remained uncertain, as both cities continued to fight for the command's future, each convinced that their community was the best choice for America's space defense. The debate reignited in September 2025 when President Trump reversed course and ordered SPACECOM's move to Huntsville, Alabama. Trump argued this honored the original Air Force analysis, which found Huntsville the most cost-effective and mission-ready site. He criticized the previous administration's decision as politically motivated, emphasizing data-driven logic and taxpayer savings. The Pentagon and new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, quickly backed the move, citing comprehensive reviews supporting Huntsville. The decision was framed as correcting a political error, not making a new choice. This reversal underscored how presidential administrations can dramatically reshape national security decisions. With a single executive action, years of debate ended. Huntsville was now the definitive home for SPACECOM. Huntsville, known as Rocket City, has a rich legacy in America's space and missile programs. Redstone Arsenal already hosts key defense and space organizations, including NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center. Supporters say moving SPACECOM here creates synergy, concentrating top talent and expertise. A Pentagon report projects $426 million in taxpayer savings from lower construction and personnel costs. Alabama promises a new, state-of-the-art headquarters in under 2 years, leveraging Huntsville's robust aerospace ecosystem. Co-locating with missile defense and NASA programs could foster innovation and collaboration. Proponents argue that short-term disruption is outweighed by long-term strategic and financial benefits. For them, Rocket City is the ideal launchpad for America's space defense future. Colorado Springs' case centers on stability and immediate readiness. Since 2019, SPACECOM has grown and integrated into Colorado's dense military space network. Opponents of the move warn that relocating would disrupt operations and delay full capability for years. General James Dickinson and Colorado's leaders argue that uprooting the command risks national security at a critical time. The region already hosts vital installations and a skilled workforce, making it the epicenter of U.S. military space. Nearly 1,400 personnel and their families are settled in the community, forming a strategic asset. The economic impact is significant, with SPACECOM supporting thousands of jobs and contributing $1 billion annually. Critics say abandoning Colorado's investment is fiscally irresponsible, especially when the current setup is effective. For them, stability in Colorado is essential for America's space defense. The SPACECOM headquarters battle was as political as it was strategic. The Trump administration's initial pick of Huntsville was based on cost, but Colorado's delegation fiercely opposed it. When Biden took office, he paused the move, launching reviews and deepening partisan divides. Political maneuvers, like Senator Tuberville's blockade of military promotions, further complicated the process. Competing government reports fueled both sides, turning the debate into a classic Washington standoff. With Trump's return, the pendulum swung back to Alabama, framing the move as a correction of political interference. The saga revealed how national security projects can become entangled in partisan politics. Ultimately, the fate of SPACECOM hinged on the priorities of whoever held the White House. The decision to move SPACECOM to Alabama sparked celebration in Huntsville and outrage in Colorado. The announcement sent shockwaves through both states, igniting passionate responses from leaders and citizens alike. Alabama leaders hailed the move as a victory for logic, cost savings, and national security, emphasizing that Huntsville had long been a hub for aerospace innovation and military excellence. They pointed to Huntsville's deep pool of technical talent, its robust infrastructure, and its proven track record supporting space missions. Promises of a smooth transition and economic growth filled local headlines, with officials predicting new jobs, investments, and opportunities for the region. Many saw the decision as overdue recognition of Rocket City's strengths and a chance to further cement its reputation as a leader in space and defense. In Colorado, however, the reaction was anger and concern, with many feeling blindsided by the sudden shift. State officials warned that uprooting the command would waste billions, disrupt operations, and threaten the stability of military families and local businesses. Critics argued the move could weaken U.S. space defense at a critical time, as global threats in space continue to grow. They insisted the transition would benefit adversaries by creating years of turmoil, uncertainty, and costly delays in national security operations. Colorado leaders highlighted the logistical nightmare of relocating 1,700 personnel and their families, warning of the personal and professional upheaval it would cause. Many saw the decision as political retribution, not sound strategy, fueling heated debates and protests across the state. The divide between the states underscored the high stakes for both communities, as each fought to protect its future and identity. For many, the move was about more than military strategy. It was about the future of their cities, their livelihoods, and the legacy they hoped to build for generations to come. Behind the headlines, the move's human impact is profound. About 1,700 military personnel and their families face upheaval after years of uncertainty. Many have built lives in Colorado Springs, homes, schools, careers, now disrupted by the relocation. The transition means selling homes, finding new ones, and uprooting children from friends and schools. While Huntsville offers a lower cost of living and new opportunities, the move brings stress and logistical challenges. An Inspector General report warns it could take years to establish a comparable headquarters in Alabama, prolonging the transition. Families may endure temporary housing and split operations, testing their resilience. Supporters say Huntsville's strong community will welcome them, but the adjustment won't be easy. Ensuring a smooth transition for these families is critical to SPACECOM's success. Moving SPACECOM from Colorado Springs to Huntsville is more than a change of address. It's a high-stakes shift for national security, economies, and families. Supporters believe Huntsville's expertise and cost savings will strengthen America's space defense and foster innovation. Opponents warn the disruption could create dangerous vulnerabilities and set back readiness. The move promises economic boom for Alabama and loss for Colorado, reshaping both communities. This saga highlights how military strategy, politics, and human lives are deeply intertwined. The final decision reflects the power of politics in shaping national security. The world will watch to see if this move truly strengthens America's hand in space, or if the political battle has come at the expense of readiness. The future of America's defense in the stars now rests in Rocket City.